Hello everyone, welcome to Everyday Shed. I'm Carlos, and in today's video we're gonna cover how to check that your shed is still leveled. And if you bought or built a shed in the last 6 months, it's a good idea to check that your shed is still leveled. And that's because it's normal for sheds to settle over time. A good indicator is that your doors is not closing right and your windows aren't operating as smooth. To start, you're gonna need a level, some scrap lumber, a jack, and a piece of shingle. First, we're gonna check all the sides of the shed to see which one needs to be level so we can make it even. In my case, this shed is leaning towards the right and the front. It's very little. Your case may be different. What you have to do is figure out the lowest point, and then it's where you're gonna lift the shed up. It's easier to lift up the lowest point than to remove from the highest. Lifting a shed might sound simple, but it can get a little tricky for some of us. First, I recommend using a bottle jack to lift the shed. But if your shed is really low to the ground and you can slide a bottle jack underneath, you can try using a car or truck jack. This might work for smaller sheds, and if you have a large, heavy shed, you might need to go back to using a bottle jack. If that's the case, just try to get creative. Try to place the jack in a nice flat area where you can lift up the shed. Ideally, you want to lift the shed from the 4x4 skids. But if you're working on the skids, you need some room to move. So I recommend finding the closest joist near the skid and placing a jack underneath. Depending on your shed, you may actually need to cut a small piece of blocking to help the jack reach the joist and lift it properly. And once you get to a point where the shed is level and you're satisfied, you want to measure how much material you want to add on top of the blocks. But be careful. Don't ever stick your hand between the shed and the blocks, because you never know when your jack may give up on you. And hopefully you don't have to add much. You probably need to add a worst case scenario, 1.5 inches. And if that's the problem, grab yourself some 2x6 or 2x4 pressure treated lumber and slide right between your footers and your shed. If it's less than that, you can use a decking board, which is usually 3/4 of an inch to an inch thick, and you slide that. But if it's something very minimal, you just want to get it perfect, you want to make sure your windows are fully operational, your doors close nicely, I'm going to show you a trick. Then you're going to grab a piece of shingle and cut it into 3 or 4 sections, each about 4 inches wide. The goal here is to fill the gap between the shed and the block with these shingles. And depending how big the gap is, you need to figure out how many shingles you need. Once you have the right amount, raise the shed just a little more using the jack, then slide the shingles underneath the shed. And again, careful not to position your fingers underneath the shed. Once the shingles are all in place, release the jack slowly and check that the shed is level to make sure everything is stable. And now that the shed is level, it's time to think about ways to prevent future releveling. One fairly easy way to do that is making sure the water drains away from the shed and not underneath the shed. And number two, it does take some work, but it is worth it, is upgrading your concrete blocks to actually sonotubes. And if you like most of us, where your shed is already filled with stuff and you want to build a bigger shed, I'm going to leave you a link in the description to a free set of plans to a 10 by 20 shed. Also, there's a QR code for you right here that will take you directly to those plans. And if you want to watch me build that 10 by 20 from beginning to end, I'm going to leave a video for you right here. And I hope you learned something in this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.